Welcome to this video guideline of the International Labor Migration Statistics Questionnaire. This video is produced through collaboration between Statistics Korea and the International Labor Organization. The main purpose of this video is to provide a quick theoretical introduction to the ILMS Excel questionnaire. A separate video presenting the practical steps to complete the ILMS questionnaire is also available. This theoretical guideline is composed of 3 parts. In the first part, we will explain why the ILMS Excel questionnaire is important. In the second part, we will introduce the questionnaire concepts and structure. In the last part, we will present the questionnaire indicators. First, let's explain why the ILMS Excel questionnaire is important. The ILMS Excel questionnaire is the main channel for collecting data for the ILO STAT database on international labor migration statistics. The database is accessible on the ILO STAT website at ilostat.ilo.org. It is a set of indicators describing the number and profile of international migrants, their situation on the labor market and employment patterns, their main origin and destination countries, and the magnitude of inward and outward migration flows. Its coverage is global, and it comprises 51 indicators in total. The labor migration statistics indicators can be accessed through ILO Stat's data catalog, as shown on this slide. The indicators can also be accessed through the Data Explorer, with which the user can quickly find, filter, pivot, and download data in various formats. They can also be accessed using the other ILO Stat available data tools. Why the ILO collects data on international labor migration? The first reason is the increasing importance of migration issues in the global agenda. For several years, migration matters had become one of the major topics of the international agenda. The second reason is the necessity of good quality, reliable, and timely data to support evidence-based policies. The Global Compact on Safe, Orderly, and Regular Migration was signed in 2018 by around 190 countries to improve international cooperation on migration issues, and it calls for better data collection in its first objective. The third is the uniqueness of the ILMS database. There is no other database on international labor migration in the world. The fourth reason is related to the production of global estimates of international migrant workers by the ILO. The ILMS database is used as the main source of national data for that very important and regular exercise. For these reasons, developing and maintaining the ILMS database is essential. To achieve that endeavor, the ILO collaborates with partners in the field. For several years, Statistics Korea has been an ILO partner for labor migration data collection in the Asia and Pacific region. Remaining in direct contact since a memorandum of understanding was signed between Statistics Korea and the ILO to formalize their partnership for the development of ILMS in the Asia Pacific region in 2015. Now, let's present the concepts and structure of the questionnaire. The concept of international migrant has been defined by the United Nations in 1998 in their recommendations on statistics of international migration. In these recommendations, international migrants comprise individuals who changed their country of usual residence. The country of usual residence is the country where the person lives, in which he or she has a place to live where he or she normally spends the daily period of rest. The guidelines concerning international labor migration statistics, endorsed by the International Conference of Labor Statisticians in 2018, provided guidance for practical measurement. The guidelines specify that international migrants are all persons who are usual residents of that country and who are citizens of another country or whose place of birth is located in another country. Based on the ICLS guidelines, 2 criteria are used to define international migrants among the usual residents in the ILMS questionnaire. The first is the place of birth, which distinguishes between the foreign-born and the native-born. The second is the citizenship, which distinguishes between the non-citizens and the citizens. With these criteria, the concepts are clearer, easier to measure, and allow for better comparability across countries. Before those guidelines, countries used very different definitions of migrants, among which permanent residents only, non-permanent residents only, or registered aliens. The questionnaire comprises 3 topics of groups of indicators. The first topic is that of stock of international migrants. The second topic is that of inflow of international migrants. And lastly, the third topic is that of nationals abroad. The first topic is that of stock of international migrants, and the core indicators are the working age population by place of birth or citizenship, employment by place of birth or citizenship, and the unemployment by place of birth or citizenship. Additional indicators are computed, such as the labor force participation rate of migrants and non-migrants, the employment to population ratio, and the unemployment rates. The second topic is that of inflow of international migrants, and the core indicators are the overall inflow of working-age foreign-born or non-citizens, and the inflow of employed foreign-born or non-citizens. The third topic is that of nationals abroad. This topic mixes stock and flow indicators. The core indicators are the stock of nationals or citizens living abroad, the inflow of nationals or citizens returned from abroad, and the outflow of nationals or citizens moving abroad, including the overall outflow and the outflow for employment. Those indicators are disaggregated by sex, age, and other relevant variables such as education, economic activity, occupation, and status of employment. The structure of the questionnaire is based on those 3 topics and the 2 criteria for international migrant definition. The questionnaire comprises 3 Excel files. The first file, named BIR, includes indicators on stock and inflows using the place of birth criterion. There is 1 separate sheet in the file for each topic. The second file, named CIT, includes indicators on stock and inflows using the citizenship criterion. The third file, named NAB, includes all the third topic's indicators which are based on the citizenship criterion. In total, the questionnaire comprises 35 indicators. This last part will present the questionnaire indicators in detail. This table lists the main stock indicators collected through the ILMS questionnaire. Please note that the indicators can be disaggregated by either place of birth or citizenship depending on the migrant definition criterion used. For example, the first group of indicators on working age population by sex, age, and education are available either by place of birth or citizenship. Details on main countries of origin, that is to say, country of birth or country of citizenship, are also available for foreign-born or non-citizen working age population. The second group of indicators are related to the employment by sex, age, economic activity, occupation, and status in employment, also available either by place of birth or citizenship. Details on main countries of origin, that is to say, country of birth or country of citizenship, are available for foreign-born or non-citizen employed population. The third group of indicators is related to the unemployment by sex and age, also available either by place of birth or citizenship. The last indicator is mean nominal monthly earnings by sex, also available either by place of birth or citizenship. Please note the difference between the terms used. Place of birth refers to the distinction between 2 groups, the foreign-born and the native-born, whereas country of birth refers to an actual list of countries which are the 5 main countries where the foreign-born come from. Similarly, citizenship refers to the distinction between 2 groups, the non-citizens and the citizens, whereas country of citizenship refers to an actual list of countries. This is the list of the inflow indicators. The indicators on the inflow of working-age foreign-born or non-citizens are available by sex and education and country of birth or country of citizenship. In addition to the overall inflow, indicators on the inflow of employed foreign-born or non-citizens are also available, disaggregated by sex, economic activity, and occupation. This is the list of the nationals abroad indicators. They include the stock of nationals or citizens living abroad by sex and country of residence, the inflow of nationals returned from abroad by sex and country of previous residence, and outflow indicators, which include the overall outflow of nationals by sex and country of destination, and the outflow for employment by sex, education, economic activity, and occupation. We have now reached the end of this theoretical guideline on ILMS questionnaire. In the next video, we will look into the main features of the ILMS questionnaire and highlight the main steps to follow to properly fill in the questionnaire. For any questions, please contact us at ilms_quest@ilo.org. Thank you.